going on YouTube? It's your boy ZayZay Reacts. And the video I got for y'all right now, we got the 10 things that normal people can't do. So this video, we're going to see if we know or not. I always feel like I'm not really that normal. Definitely not like everybody else. Got my own thing going. That's another thing. I'm not going to hold this intro too long because I don't want to. So let's get right to the video.
It's easy enough to develop a talent, right? Whether you're interested in a certain sport or maybe a musical instrument, with enough practice, you'll surely be able...
A lot of people don't know, but when I was in like middle school or 6th grade, like 5th, 6th grade, I used to play the clarinet. I was really good at it. Actually, like I don't know if I have proof. I was about to say I have proof. I don't know if I have proof, but I was pretty good at the clarinet.
...to become pretty good at it. Well, the same can't be said for these rare tricks. A lot of them depend on anatomy or genetic traits, and almost all of them are impossible if you're not lucky enough to have been built.
How does it? Nah, I can't do that. She fit a whole fist. Nope.
That way. Today we put together a list of 10 weird things
she got that. She probably give out that cobra neck.
Almost nobody can successfully do. You might want to limber up before we start this video, because we know you're going to want to try out these tricks yourself.
If it involves standing up, I'm not standing up.
But if you find out you can't
if I stand up, you won't see me in the
another
camera.
source of enjoyment to cheer you up. Our videos. Before we start, click subscribe so when you finish trying to raise an eyebrow or contort your thumb, you'll have something else to spend time on.
Yeah, I can't.
Paralyzed finger trick.
What?
Isn't it funny how much our hands differ? Unless you're ambidextrous and can write with both hands.
Hey, I actually can write with both hands, but my left handwriting is just sloppy. But I can write with both hands.
Chances are you'll be able to do everything with one and almost nothing with another. Try it. Unless you're extra special, we bet your handwriting is pretty terrible with your weaker hand.
Yes, it's very bad.
One thing we've grown accustomed to, which is why we usually always rely on one hand to pick things up for us, to write down important notes, or to eat with.
Actually, I pick things up with my left hand or right hand, but I guess you're right. I use my right hand more.
But did you know that even your strong hand has some limitations? You might not know
like
this,
what?
but the tendons in your ring finger and middle finger are actually connected. This might not mean much to you until you try out the paralyzed finger trick.
Alright, we're about to try it. Let's see.
Middle finger, and keep the others straight, and put them on a
I've done this in school. Yeah, it's literally you literally can't pick up your ring finger if you like. So you do this and you lay your finger flat on the desk. You literally it's flat. And you literally can't pick up your left index finger or your index finger.
Surface. Try and lift each of your fingers individually, and you'll notice that you struggle to lift your ring finger at all.
Alright, I said my dumb ass said index. I meant ring finger.
Is because each of your fingers has an individual.
So you can't lift it like thumb, index, pinky. But I can't lift my ring finger. Like this one right here. I can't lift it
without reshuffling their fingers. But it's a constant source of frustration for the rest of us.
People can do that though. Yeah, I can't do it.
Licking your elbow.
Can't do that.
In the grand scheme of life.
Yeah, I can't do that.
This isn't something that's going to cause you many issues long term. Unless, of course, you're someone who spills things a lot. If this is you, then maybe accidentally leaving on your spillages and having to wipe your elbow is a constant source of pain. But luckily, it doesn't happen to many of us. However, if you're in that small percentage of people, then you might be aware of how difficult it is to lick your elbow. Some might even say it's impossible. They're not wrong,
it's not
but
impossible.
They're not far off the truth. For most of us, licking your own elbow is nothing but a far-off dream. The reason why we struggle to do this is simply because of how our bodies are shaped and our limitations when it comes to contorting our bodies. Obviously, your elbow and your tongue are on opposite sides of your body, which doesn't help matters when you realize you've just dipped half your arm in spilled ketchup.
Well, first off, if I dip my arm in ketchup, I'm not finna lick it off. I'm gonna wipe it off like probably a normal person. But then again, this is things that normal people can't do, so.
But while the majority of us are reaching for a serviette, there are a few magical people out there who can lick their elbows.
That's crazy,
These are the people who are either incredibly bendy or have longer or shorter arms, allowing them to twist.
Oh, I have long arms. My arm is long. Yeah, there's no way I can lick my elbow, yeah.
Many ways that...
And then my tongue isn't, like, super long.
Most of us cannot. Either that, or they've just got weirdly long tongues.
Whoa!
And the last thumb joint.
Yeah,
we like to show our approval by throwing a thumbs up sign at someone when they've done something impressive.
Appreciate
it's a simple sign. You've likely done it 100 times in your life, and you probably will do it again. We can all do it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. But there are a few people who take it one step further and bend their top thumb joint even more.
I can't do that, but I can actually... I'm double jointed in this thumb, so I can pull the bone, or whatever double jointed means, like... You see how the thumb looks now? And then I push right here, and it pops it back in. I push like right here, and it pops it back in. It's weird.
If you're anything like us, you're probably a bit weirded out by this, and are wondering how this is even possible.
See, I can't do it with this thumb,
but we do recommend not to try this one yourself. The reason why a few people are able to do this is down to hypermobile joints. It's not something you particularly want, because as much as it's a neat party trick, it also means your joints are more likely to dislocate, which isn't something you want to experience at a party after all.
No.
Those who do have
Oh, is that her toes? Oh! No. Hell no. That's not healthy at all.
Bend some joints further than most of us, which leads to weird-looking limbs like these bent-back thumbs. We know it looks cool, but maybe we'll leave this one out of our own repertoire for the time being.
I'm not doing that. I like
games instead.
normal thumbs up.
Raise one eyebrow.
I can do this. I can raise one eyebrow at a time.
Is it just us?
Make it bounce. Hold on. So I'm not normal.
Who thinks it looks pretty impressive? And sometimes
I
a
did
bit
that for
intimidating when someone raises one eyebrow. You're never sure if they're approving of your actions or giving you a little sign to back off or try again. Maybe you've attempted it yourself so you can throw back an identical eyebrow next time someone gets on your bad side. Chances are, you can spend as many hours in front of the mirror as you like, but you won't be able to successfully raise one independent eyebrow. Sure, there are a few select people who have this talent, and maybe they...
I only started learning how to do it because when I was a kid, I was like a big WWE fan, and The Rock was, wrestling at the time, and he would do that, and I like copying it. And then I eventually, my left eye can't do it that strong, but I could do it. It's weird.
They've successfully spent
That's how I learned how to do it.
contorting their face in the mirror, or maybe it's just genetics. Supposedly, this nifty trick is hereditary. So if you spotted your parents pulling the face before, then you might one day be able to do the same. Others think it comes from practice, and from flexing your brow as much as possible in order to simulate the movement.
Yeah, when I was little, I could never do my left eyebrow for the longest, but, over time, I think trying to do it, it kind of builds it up. That helps you do it. Like, kind of works out the muscle that works your eyebrows.
You might be able to wake up one day and carelessly raise one eyebrow without even thinking about it. For now, if you're struggling, just stick with raising two. You might look a bit surprised, but it's...
You're like, I get it, instead of, I get it. I got you, I always do that. I got you,
Almost as effective, we promise. Sneeze with eyes open.
Who does that?
There's a very old rumor about this trick.
It
says that those who have attempted it have suffered with popped eyes. Or incredibly strained ones. We're not sure how accurate this is because we've never seen it on the news or actually met anyone that's happened to.
Because I thought it was just a natural instinct to close your eyes when you sneeze. I don't know.
In mind when trying it out. Most of the time when we sneeze, it's involuntary. You'll know this if you've ever done a loud one in the middle of class or when you're trying to be quiet. It's always the case. Once a sneeze is on its way, there's no stopping it from taking over your body. So it's strange to think that some people are able to take control from the sneeze and somehow manage to keep their eyes open throughout. We're not actually sure why they want to. How much are you really going to miss out on if you shut your eyes for half a second? It's a completely natural bodily reaction too.
I thought your eyes naturally just close, but that's cool. I wouldn't go, show that off. I can sneeze with my eyes open. They probably like, what, nigga?
And if you've ever tried to sneeze
I can do the eyebrows.
It's incredibly difficult. There are a few people who can do it, but for us, there are greater talents to achieve, and we'd recommend practicing another one from our list rather than pressuring yourself not to blink.
Yeah.
Tongue tricks. They'll tell you that it's inherited. That some people...
I don't know. I look stupid. I don't know. That's just... I know I could twist my tongue. That's not... I don't know. But he's probably gonna do that. Who can't do that? I don't know. I think I'm doing it.
Weirdly, simply because their parents can. But they're lying to you. In fact, the reason why some people can twist their tongues into strange shapes has little to do with genetics, and more to do with individual characteristics. When you were younger, you probably spent a lot of time in the playground with your friends, competing to see who could roll their tongue into a circle.
No, I actually did it because I eat them pudding cups and them fruit cups with no spoon, just in my tongue.
Who could twist it into different positions?
Applesauce.
You may or may not remember the satisfaction of
eat it with no spoon.
Depending on whether or not you're part of
her tongue fat though. That's Weird.
Magical talent. Biological science doctors in Delaware have said that being able to contort your tongue is a complex trait, and that's why it's probably more down to individual talent than whether your mom can do the same thing. This same group of doctors has
my mom
also
can do
said
it better than
the trait can be learned, presumably through the same mirror staring techniques that you'll need to try out our other weird talents too.
Yeah, the one where you make the squiggly, the 3 squiggles on your tongue or whatever. Whatever. My mom does it better than me.
No one is truly sure about the mechanics behind twisting tongues, but we know for certain it's to do with synergies between different muscle groups. Sadly, it's not one we can improve through any amount of heavy gym sessions. Tickle yourself.
People tickle themselves.
I'd be glad of not
it doesn't
being able
work.
to do. It's this one. Everybody hates being tickled. It's an almost universal fact, and if there was a chance we could tickle ourselves, we would definitely try and avoid doing it anyway. It's common to laugh when you're being tickled, and you might wonder why. Surely, if it's something everyone hates, you should cry rather than laugh.
I know y'all. I'm sorry if I'm making y'all yawn, but I'm recording this early, so it's like 9 a.m. right now. So
it's reserved for
this video is probably gonna go up till later.
Happy feelings, is it not? Well, that semi-hysteric laughter is actually just that, hysteria. You laugh as a bodily reaction while you try to get away from the feeling, and it's difficult to control. One of the reasons why we hate being tickled is because we can't control the weird sensation and we can't stop it.
That's
when
true.
It happens to you, your brain activates the same reaction you face when you anticipate pain. This is why
Really?
the idea of tickling yourself is so strange, because then you're able to control it and stop it yourself. If you've ever tried it, and if you're anything...
Yeah, sometimes it's actually kind of hard to intentionally hurt yourself because, like, you know it's coming. But, you know, if someone does, like, if you try to intentionally jam your foot on the toe, no one literally just going to sit there and just jam their toe. It just happens, you know?
Like us, then you probably haven't. Then you'll realize it's not very effective. There are a few people who can bring on the same pain anticipation as they would if someone else tickled them.
Boy, them teeth about... I'm not even going to talk about them, but them teeth was bad.
Plus can luckily avoid this until someone surprises us again. Wiggle your ears.
I can't do that.
On the other hand, this party trick is something that you've likely spent countless occasions trying to perfect. Look.
I didn't want y'all to see that yawn, so yeah, I stopped yawning. Yeah, I can't wiggle my ears.
Been that one impressive
or my
trick,
nose.
but also that one
Dang!
that makes you look more than a bit strange.
You can't cheat on her at all. She hear everything.
There's one person who can do it, and they'll take any opportunity to wiggle away for anyone who happens to be nearby. But fruitless practice.
I remember I had a friend that could do that. He used to show everybody, like, congratulations, you can wiggle your ears. And this one dude, he thought he was so cool because he can moonwalk with his fingers, like.
To pay off for a lot of people.
Weird.
The reason for this is down to science. The ear has a vast number of muscles which work together to create the wiggle, but only if you know which ones to move. As it stands, we're not skilled enough to be able to isolate individual ear muscles, so those who can do it have probably learned subconsciously rather than by poring over a science textbook. To make matters even more unfair, doctors have suggested that people who can wiggle their ears can usually raise one eyebrow too. So while we're over here frantically trying to achieve just one of these tricks,
so I should be able to probably wiggle my ears. I don't know. I don't know what muscle to move. Yeah, I don't know. I just look stupid.
There are natural masters at them all. Don't blame us. We never said life was fair. Put your fist in your mouth. We bet you
definitely not even gonna try that.
The first thing you did when you heard that sentence was try and put your fist in your mouth. We know you're sitting there with your screen in front of you, saliva dripping on your hand as you listen to this video with half a fist in your mouth. Don't worry, you're not alone, and try not to get too
How does
upset
somebody
if you
do
don't
that?
succeed. This is another rare talent that only a few people can do, and as talents go, there are some we'd rather have than being able to put a hand inside of our mouths. But we'll take what we can get.
Your jaw
You
muscles
can't fly or read minds,
be...
and maybe being able to fit a whole fist in your mouth is the next best
It's
thing.
It's that cobra neck. It's that anaconda neck.
We don't think we really need to explain the science behind this one, because it's pretty simple. If you can't fit your fist in your mouth, it's probably because your fist is too large, or your mouth is too small. There's not much more to it, and
My
blame
hands aren't
genetics
that
or not,
big.
if you can't do it now, you probably won't ever be able to.
I don't know.
Sorry to break it to you like this. Cross both pairs of fingers.
Huh?
Our last trick is something that has the potential to frustrate you for a very long time,
Cross both?
so watch with caution. Let's start this one slowly.
Okay.
Cross a pair of your fingers. Wasn't that easy?
Yeah.
You'll almost definitely have crossed your forefinger and your middle finger rather than your ring and pinky finger.
Yeah.
So we've established that you can cross one pair, but can you cross the others? We're guessing not. You might be able to prove us wrong and show us otherwise. Can you? Try and keep the first pair crossed, and on the same hand, cross the other two fingers at the same time, with your pinky on top.
I mean,
feel
it's
how
not
exasperated you're getting from here, and we
super
don't
crossed,
like
but it's
definitely
kind of
a weird trick to
crossed.
be able to do. It requires a vast amount of control, and some potentially damaged tendons in your fingers to accompany it. You'll be able to do this trick if you cheat and manually move your fingers with your other hand.
That's what I just did.
Don't think you've won.
It's like this man was just watching me.
Done it this way. We're talking about people who can move their fingers independently into this position without any discomfort or pain.
I mean,
Can you do it? Don't worry, we can't either.
Kind of.
If anyone was watching you for the last 10 minutes or so, they'll probably wonder what you're up to. Stretching your
started
fingers and
pouring
wobbling your
outside.
tongue. Why not
You probably can't hear it, but it just started pouring outside.
introduce them to this video so they
What the heck?
can look equally as odd? We hope you enjoyed
I think I did that.
this video, and make sure to
Alright, that was that video. That video had me looking stupid, I'm pretty sure. But, I don't mind it. I don't care what people think. But, that's really one of my mottos. Never care what people think, man. It all matters what you think. But, that was that video. That was 10 things that normal people can't do. I probably did like 2 or 3 out of the 10. I can do the eyebrows. I can kind of sort of cross my fingers, and that little tongue trick I can kind of do. So, if you enjoyed that video, give the video a thumbs up. Give that video a thumbs up. Subscribe. Share the video. And comment down below the weird tricks you can do. Even if it wasn't on this video. If you can, I don't know, wiggle your nose or I don't know other tricks you can do. But yeah, if you can do any tricks, comment down below the tricks. I like to see that. I want to see it actually. Like one day, yeah, I want to see that. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all for right now. Oops. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all for right now. So until next time, deuces.